Greens one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope well. Should have had this ready. I got a little item from Amazon that we're going to be trying out. The Smith's Tinder box. Let's rip the box open and take a look. I just realized on my drive out here, because I'm at the park. Damn, only when the camera's on. I haven't drawn this week's shout out yet, so I'll have to do that when I get home. So normally I would mention them and blah blah blah, but I also got a new sticker, which I'll show as well. But first, what's in the box? Alright. I don't know why they didn't use an envelope, but there she is. The Smith's Tinder box with the little ferro rod. So let's makes Tinder from wood, it says. Alright. There she is. It's a little smaller than I thought it was going to be honest. So, got the little grater. Comes with instructions. I won't bother reading. I'm a guy. Totally kidding. Which I dropped. Oh, I think I had them backwards. Okay. Oh, there we go. So let's comment on the ferro rod. Okay. So first of all, wow, it's so small I can't even. So that's not a ferro rod. That's a ferro rod. Nathan 4071. You know, that's a damn ferro rod, Smiths. Not this little guy. You know, to be honest, I actually, when I was looking at the product, I gotta untie it because I'm gonna take it off. I actually went to their main Amazon page to see if they had actually sold just the box by itself, and they didn't. So I was hoping they had like either a 2-pack or they had something else. Like either a 2-pack or they just sold it individually without the scraper. But they didn't, which I was a little disappointed by. So they basically, you know, forced a ferro rod on me that I probably won't even use. I mean, I'm going to use it for the initial start, see how well it works, try out the scraper. But otherwise, maybe I'll be surprised. But there we go. Let's get to. Let's try it with a stick. Alrighty. Now I want to try this without the without fat wood. I just want to use just a stick because it says makes Tinder from wood. So I'm curious if it's actually going to make. Let's see here. It's a little easier if you. Let's see if it gets anything with that little bit of scraping. Huh? I got a little bit. Didn't grip it very long, but come on. Oh man, these lanyards. Truck went by, so I paused for a moment. Okay, so here's the thing. Now I'm holding the thing steady and pulling back on the fill rod, which seems to be a lot of people's preferred method. It's not my favorite method, but I have done it. And I'm getting no spark. So let's see. Do have my fire kit here. Now if you're thinking, well, maybe it's because you're not using fat wood. Well, it says on the package, makes tinder from wood. See right there. So it doesn't say fat wood, this is wood. Now maybe there's not enough of it, but I could light that much fat wood easy. Get a little flaming. Oh, there we go. Is it struggling? I do have a little fire. You probably may not be able to see it. I think it went out. So I definitely have a little bit of flame here. I mean, granted, it's not a lot of material, but it should have lit initially. At least that's what I think. So let's try the fat wood now. All right, so we got some Redneck Renegade Oregon fat wood. I need a piece I've been carving on. There we go. And I know someone's going to say it, so I'm going to address it. The other stick, I was just, I was holding it a little differently, but I wanted to see if there was different ways you could do it. So I'm going to actually try dragging the material. I think I'm going to glove up for this, because if my hand scrapes along that cutting edge, it's going to be not nice. I do notice, though, because the box is kind of small-ish, and I have big hands, you can see I'm almost, my fingers are like kind of in the way. Okay, I also want to try it the other way around, like this. If you're a big klutz like me, it's a little difficult. Oop. And well, the lid came off, but I will say it's a nice small little pile of fatwood. Let's see if I can get close on that. That's not too shabby for that little bit of work. So let's try the Smith's rod. It could be the material, but then it doesn't say fatwood though. It just says makes tinder from wood. So I have a solid purchase. Come on, ferro rod. Yeah, came right up. Well, I mean, it's fatwood, so of course it's going to. Interesting. It's interesting that it didn't work with the other wood, though. The ferro rod did work, though, for as small as it is. I mean, this is about the most minimal size ferro rod I would go with personally, but because like I said, if they had an option for just like a 2-pack of these boxes, I would have bought that instead, and now I wasted my time with the ferro rod because I already got a bunch of ferro rods. But now I gotta say that's not too shabby, personally. I mean, it didn't work on the wood. Maybe it's the type of wood. But then it shouldn't. Then there should be a list of what woods it will work with, in my opinion. But all right. So initial thoughts. So for one thing, I noticed that the ferro rod and the striker actually fit inside the little box. So maybe that's why they made it that small. So then I could see it, because it then becomes a container. You put them inside. Now, if I'm going to carry this in my pack, I don't want the greater portion, the grate section, on the outside, because it could rub up against a pack or a bag and rip the bag up. So I just put it back on upside down so it's smooth and not going to be ripping everything up. And I like the fact that there is a little handle here, so you could tie a lanyard on this of some kind and maybe hang it from your pack. My worry would be this coming off or popping off, because as you can see, it's got little tracks that it slides onto, but you can literally just lift it right off the track. So what I would do is I would just put a Ranger band around it and seal it in there. Or actually, if you had a small inner tube, you could stretch an entire piece of inner tube over this for like a little smaller tires. Just stretch the whole thing over. That would actually waterproof it a little, not great, but that might work. Or just a Ranger band to probably hold this on so it doesn't fly off. But as you saw, you know, it worked. It worked pretty well, I gotta say. And I don't know how long it would take for these blades to wear. I imagine they make a small enough file that you could just take a file and just, because it would have to be kind of a long file, a really small file. I don't know if they make them that small, but kind of run a file through the hole to clean to sharpen it. Just an initial thought. So I don't know how long it would take for that to dull, but you know, not too bad to be honest. So, anyway, that's the Fired Up Friday for this week. Stay tuned for this, well, actually, I guess I haven't drawn the shout out for this week, but check the description for this week's shout out. And I already tell you, big thanks to Plain Ole Chuck for the sticker. Appreciate that, brother. It's already going to go on the board. As soon as I get home, I'm going to record and put it on the board. And as always, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time. Alrighty. So we get a sticker from Plain Ole Chuck. Very cool. Actually, you sent 2. Awesome. Those are going on the board for sure. Let's jump right to our weekly shout out. Move that out of the way. Oh, one come flying out, so we'll just go with this. We have Mr. Full Auto AK-47. Cool. Good dude. I haven't seen a video from him in a while, but hope he's doing well. Hope you're okay, brother. And, yeah, sweet. Alright, got him on the board. Right next to Shalice's shell, our Fatwood Queen, and right underneath Kevin's Adventures. Sweet.